Hello, good morning, good evening, and welcome to Bigg World Cinema. Without further ado, we'll continue with what you're here for. And to ensure this channel survives, please don't skip the ads. Thank you. You're a man in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, or even older. You've been married to a Western lady previously, 20 or 30 years, but you've separated. Maybe you've got grown-up kids. You'd like to have another serious relationship and not with another Western lady of advancing years. You've always had an eye for petite Asian ladies and heard that Filipinos are caring. Many Filipinos enter the nursing profession. They're used to aiding elderly guys with arthritis and dodgy hips. And not that choosy about men, as long as he's not Filipino, who impregnated her at 16 and did a runner. Age is just a number, they say. We don't care what you look like. No hair, no teeth, no problem. You're taller than 5'6". You've got pale skin, coloured eyes. We love you. Everything's going to be fine. I've visited most Asian countries, but never the Philippines before. Had never been on my radar, but I heard it was a country where women liked old men. I didn't really know much about the culture, and anyway, knowing about the culture and actually living in it is another world. You've researched enough YouTube videos to get an understanding of the Filipino culture. What could possibly go wrong? Just pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and come over granddad. We'll take good care of you. You've got your own routine back in your home country. Playing a few rounds of golf a few times a week, going fishing at the weekends. You meet your buddies for a couple of beers. But you're just going to put a sign up outside your ranch saying "Gone fishing" and buy yourself a one-way ticket to Cebu. I find it strange how Western guys will move here, totally stop what they've enjoyed doing back home and moved in with a Filipina in a small province away from everything. That's going to be a recipe for disaster from the offset. You need to continue doing what you love doing. What is actually here in the Philippines that's going to stimulate and excite you, apart from the ladies? Don't make Filipinas your prime motive for moving here. That's just going to put pressure on yourself. You need to seek alternative pleasures. I'm a city boy. I love walking. I just love experiencing life on the Philippine streets. But it's frigging hot walking around during the day. So where can you go? You go to the mall, which is air conditioned. In the big cities such as Manila, Cebu and Davao, there are a number of different malls to walk around. But after walking around the shopping malls for a while, you're going to realise that all malls are the same. Rather than aimlessly wandering around the malls each day, you need to make plans for your days. Rent a motorbike, go for a drive into the mountains. If you don't drive, take a motorbike taxi or a Grab. Go visit another city, go visit another beach. Just because you've retired to Cebu doesn't mean you need to stick just with Cebu. But people get lazy when they come here and they can't be bothered. And then they just get bored by not motivating themselves. Flights are so cheap, it's easy to get around. You look great in your uniform, you shouldn't be hiding.
Okay.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, how are we?
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, I love it when a lady frisks me. Go on a long bus journey, sit back and enjoy the view. Rather than wandering aimlessly around the mall, why don't you meet a couple of other expats for coffee there? I didn't come to the Philippines with the intention of hanging out with other expats. But in times of COVID, when we were all locked down together in a condo in Cebu, We'd meet at the pool and exchange news and thoughts. People complain that foreigners who retire here are always complaining. If you're here living with a Filipino or here living alone, I actually think it's a good idea to meet like-minded expats from the West who you can compare notes and have a laugh with. Let off steam and vent your woes for a couple of hours, and then enjoy the rest of your day. Even though you didn't come here with the intention of hanging out with other expats, it's actually beneficial for you to socialise, rather than make you feel isolated here. I find it strange how people will retire to a country and spend their day doing nothing. Having spent their lifetime being awoken by an alarm clock, getting up for work and going to bed at a particular time, they feel they're due a lie-in. They will go to bed when they want, wake up when they want. Even in retirement, it's important that you stick to a routine. I try to get to bed before 10 p.m. and wake between 5 to 6 a.m. each morning with the sunrise. An article published by the Harvard Medical School in February 2018 studied the risk of cardiovascular death between people who reported living with a sense of purpose and those who didn't, and found the risk of death was 20% lower in those who reported living with purpose. You need to do something with your day. It doesn't matter what it is, you just need to be active, doing something. Write your life story, learn how to play the guitar, start a TikTok or YouTube channel. Or it can be something as simple as growing vegetables on your balcony or garden, or going for a walk each day. Just do something to keep your mind and body active. We can learn a lot from Japanese culture. There's a group of Japanese divers, sea women, called ama, famous for collecting pearls and seafood, who are still diving well into their 70s. There's also a group of centenarians in Japan's Okinawa Islands, once called the Islands of Immortals, where residents suffer from low levels of heart disease, cancer and dementia. The Okinawans' strong sense of purpose in life, that the Japanese call ikigai, keeps many of them alive and healthy into their 11th decade. Their robust social network, called MOA, a lifelong circle of friends who support each other into old age. Although I assume that doesn't mean sharing a bottle of Red Horse for breakfast at 6 o'clock in the morning. Empowering yourself and living with purpose also provides you with a healthier state of mind. An active body and active mind tend to work in tandem. Whilst living a life of purpose, it's important to continue developing as a person. Just because we are getting older doesn't mean we can't stop learning. It's never too late to educate ourselves and learn something new. In my mid-50s, I went back to college 2 days a week, enrolled on an art foundation course in Brighton. I'd been attending their summer exhibition for about 5 years, and every year I went, I felt the passing of time. Another year had gone by and I was closer to the grave. But every year I also felt that I should be doing this course. This particular year I met the tutor, an artist, who was a couple of years younger than me. I asked him what age his students were. He said from 17 to 70. That was all I needed to hear. Once I'd joined the course, there were other students in their 50s, and indeed kids straight from school. But nobody cared what age anyone was. We were all just artists, meeting together each week to be creative. The course came at a time when I was struggling with my mental health. I was in a midlife rut, didn't know what direction I should be taking. It was tough going back into a classroom again after so many years away, taking notes, doing assignments, trying to comprehend the course requirements. The first 6 months almost broke me, but I battled through. Without doubt, the course was a lifesaver and one of the best things I've ever done. You may be retired, but studying again will stimulate you mentally and give you purpose. We only get one crack at this life. If there's anything you've wanted to do in your life, stop procrastinating. Just do it. It doesn't just mean doing things for yourself. By feeling good about yourself, it motivates you to encourage and support other people. Have you ever spent the day telling people how wonderful they are? Telling the gardener who tirelessly goes about his business each day that his work is great? Telling the girl on the checkout counter that she's doing a good job? I doubt her boss tells her that. Imagine how wonderful it is to hear that you're doing good, that your work is appreciated. Being kind and considerate to other people also makes you feel good about yourself. As you get older, you are more aware of the passing of time and feelings of mortality. I'm often wondering how long I've got left. When I hear news of a celebrity passing, I check their age. And in galleries, when looking at the artwork, I check how old the artist lived for. Cheery, huh? People living with purpose choose a life of peace over feelings of resentment. Holding negative thoughts about someone in your mind isn't good for your mental health. Yes, somebody may have upset you in the past, and forgiveness doesn't excuse a hurtful action, but do you really want to carry that to your grave? You should try and forgive and move on. Which leads us neatly into my next pointer. Living a life of purpose makes you more mindful, appreciative and thankful of others. You should cherish the relationships that have been built up during your lifetime, but also appreciate others who may have only been there temporarily, but their role in your life was significant and meaningful. There's a book by Janice Kaplan called The Gratitude Diaries. In the book, Kaplan advises the reader to visit people who have influenced their lives, having written a letter saying how they assisted or helped you, how you feel about them and what they mean to you. Then paying them a gratitude visit and reading the letter out to them, thanking them for their acts of kindness. I considered doing this, but I'm such a sensitive soul that I wouldn't be able to get further than a few words without blubbing. The Dalai Lama says the purpose of life is to be happy and for us to try and discover what will bring happiness to our lives. Have you ever watched him being interviewed? The man is such a jovial, warm, kind-spirited person. He exudes happiness.
Just a quick reminder to please click the thumbs up button if you liked the video, or thumbs down button if you didn't, obviously.
Thank you. For years I was melancholic and depressed due to my lack of finances, work situation and relationship problems. Suffering from SAD during UK winters also affected my well-being. I felt that I could never be happy until all my problems were unburdened. I'm in a better place now. Living in a warmer climate has brought me closer to happiness. My happy place is somewhere al fresco. The sun is shining, I'm having a beer or a cup of tea, coffee, I'm reading a book. It's either a garden or my balcony, but normally a public place where I can people watch. Where's your happy place? Kindly let me know in the comment section below.
Here at BWC, Uncle doesn't charge a subscription fee like Auntie does, but buying us a coffee would be much appreciated. Thank you.
If you liked the video, please could you like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to ding the notification bell to see my videos before your friends. See you in the next video. Take care everyone.